Good morning, one and all, my dear students. I welcome you in the world of communication. So, being an electronics and telecommunication engineer, we have to take deep dive in the field of communication. What are the different subjects related to communication? That all the things we have to study properly. So, that's why I said that I welcome you in the world of communication. This is the first lecture of analog communication subject for your SY BTech ENTC engineering. It is there in semester 1. So, as per our system, let me first introduce myself before start of the lecture. So, because all of you are new to the department as well as the teachers are very new to you. So, let us have first some basic interaction with each other before start of the lecture. So, I am Ms. Neeta Kulkarni. I have completed my BE in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, ME in ENTC Engineering from Sveris College of Engineering, Pandharpur. After completion of the degree, I worked for 4 years in electronic core company, that is Electronica Machine Tools Limited, that is generating the most well-known product, that is CNC wire cut machine. So whenever time will permit or we will have face-to-face discussion in the class, I will tell you the details about how the manufacturing is done in the company, what are the sectors in the company, so that you will have the overall idea about working of the core electronic industries. So I worked there for 4 years as an electronics engineer, and after that I joined Sveri in 2009. So currently I am working as an assistant professor in ENTC department and pursuing PhD from Sanjay Gauda University, Kolhapur in the electronics engineering. This is about my qualification. Coming to the experience, I have 4 years of industrial experience, that is in Electronica Machine Tools Limited in Pune, and 11 years of teaching experience in Sveris College of Engineering, Pandharpur. If we see the subjects which I have taught, so I feel very happy to tell you that mostly all the subjects related to communication that I have taught up till now. So for second year, your analog communication I have taught. For third year students, there is a subject optical communication that I have taken 7-8 times. Satellite communication for final year students, that is also related to communication. Principles of digital communication, that is there in the second year, second semester. That subject I have covered. Then software engineering and project management, the subject is there for third year ENTC students. Switching theory and logic design, so that is subject for CSE students, which is same as your DT subject. So you are having DT subject in this semester only. So switching theory and logic design, it is having the syllabus almost same as that of the STLD subject. And related to these subjects, practicals also I have taken. So these are the UG subjects. So all of you might have idea about UG means it is undergraduate student, means you are the undergraduate students. You have to complete your degree, and after completion of your graduation, when we consider the after completion of the degree, when we consider the our post graduation, that is called as the PG student. So for PG I have taught the subject advanced light wave communication and optical network. So advanced light wave communication, that is also the advanced version of optical communication, we can say. That subject I have taught for the PG students. So mostly all the communication related subjects as well as practicals I have taken most of the times in this teaching experience. And if we see the area of specialization, that is obviously it is in the field of communication as well as it is in the field of image processing. So research publications, all of you might be knowing that whenever we are doing some research or whenever any research work it is carried out, that work is authenticated when it is published in the international journals or international conference. So I have published total 9 papers in the international journals up till now, and 3 papers I have presented in the international conference. So whenever the time will permit, we will discuss all this all these things time to time, how to do the research, how to publish the papers, or whatever is your work, how it is identified by others. So all these things we will discuss time to time. So as I told that this is the introduction from my side, and actually that is very interesting part, or rather I say that we are very eager to get introduced to the new students, because this is second year, it is your totally you are new to the department. All the things we are also equally eager to get known about, get introduced to the students. So randomly I will take introduction of 2 to 3 students, and because now it is not possible in the online lecture to get introduced to all the students, I'm feeling bad for that, but as per in the during lecture time also we can discuss meanwhile about your introduction. While asking some question, you can give your introduction, what is your name, what is your place, like that. So this is about introduction of the students. Then we will go to the syllabus part somewhat now. So in this lecture we are going to discuss about what is communication, what is the basic definition of communication, why the communication is important, or what are the basic examples of communication that we are using in our day-to-day life. So if we have to define the communication, very generally the communication is defined as it is a process of transmitting the information or signal or person or object from one point to another point. So if simply we have to define the communication, how we can define it? It is a process of transmitting the information or signal or person or object from one point to another point. So simply it is the exchange or transfer of information from one point to another point. That is the basic definition of communication. And if you have to see some of the examples of communication, basically we can divide the communication into 2 parts. First one, it is non-technical communication, and another it is the technical communication. So day-to-day life examples of non-technical communication are, if we see that people are talking to each other. For example, if I am delivering the lecture in the class, or if you are talking with some of your friends, so that is nothing but it is the communication. You are transmitting some information, so you are acting as a transmitter, and the person who is receiving the information, that is acting as a receiver. So transmitter and receiver, these are very important elements in the communication. So transmitting the information from one point to another, that is called as the communication. So daily examples we were discussing, people talking to each other. I am delivering lecture in the class, face to face lecture if I am delivering, that is the example of non-technical communication. Family members are talking to each other. In our family also, when we are talking with each other, that is the simple example of non-technical communication. So we are transmitting our audio signal, we are transmitting some information, and it is received by some another person. That is the simple concept of communication. Then the second type of communication, it is technical communication. So non-technical means these are the general examples of communication in which no any technology it is required. But when we consider the technical examples of communication, so for daily examples of technical communication, we can consider, we are talking on phone, so let it be landline nowadays, but that landlines are outdated. If we are talking on any phone, let it be landline or let it be mobile. When we are talking on that, that is the common example of technical communication that we are using in daily life. Then delivering online lecture. So I am comparing the two things. If I am delivering lecture in the class directly, that will be non-technical communication. But when I am delivering the online lecture For example, through this Zoom app we are taking the lecture. So that is the example of the technical communication. We are using some technology for that particular communication. So that is the example of technical communication. Then delivering online lecture, whatever we have discussed, that is the technical communication example. Then writing emails. Nowadays, without writing email, any business or any what we can say, any service that is easily provided through emails, or the communication it is done through emails, that is the common example of technical communication. Then the devices which we daily use for this our entertainment purpose, that is the television and radio. So that is also commonly used example of the technical communication. And next it is satellite communication. So I hope you are knowing the concept of satellite. So what is the function of satellite? It is, or how we can define satellite? It is an object which rotates around the earth and it transmits and receives the signal from the surface of the earth. That is the concept of the satellite. So all these are the examples of the technical communication: television, radio and satellite communication. So after this discussion we can conclude that nothing in the world can have smooth functioning without the communication. It is very simple. If we are having lecture at 9 o'clock instead of 10, and if it is not communicated to you, it is not possible for you to attend it in time. Simply in home also, if some message is given and it is not properly passed, the whole things will get collapsed, or whole the working will get disturbed. That's why I have written the sentence there: nothing in the world can have smooth functioning without communication. So communication is the part which is very compulsory in our day-to-day life. We cannot avoid it, or we cannot work properly without the communication. So I hope you are clear with the basic concept of communication. Now in this diagram some examples of communication are given. In first diagram, if we see, it is shown the A and B, that are the two ends, and the communication is done through the engineering system. So that is the example of some technical communication. So A and B are communicating with each other by using some engineering system. That is the example of technical communication. Then the next, it is social system, where the two people are communicating to each other either with the help of technical communication or with the help of non-technical communication. That is the example of social system. Third one, it is the genetic system. So through the diagram it is explained that communication process, it is between the two people or two devices, the signal transfer it is done. That is the concept of the communication. Now after considering this basic concept of communication, let us now see which subjects are there related to communication that tentatively you have to study in your syllabus of degree ENTC. So being an ENTC engineer, you can divide that branch into two parts. First thing, it is electronics, and another it is the telecommunication. So there are different companies which are only related to electronics. For example, Philips is there, Videocon is there. So these are the core industries which are having the applications only based on the electronics. And another things are the ENTC, or another things are the communication industries. So for example, if we consider this BSNL, Tata Indicom, or all these mobile companies, those are under the communication related industries. So you can have jobs in two fields after completion of ENTC engineering. Actually, you can say in three domains you can have the job. First, it is software companies or IT companies. Though your basic degree is in ENTC, you can get jobs in IT companies. Another scope for you to get job in the core electronics companies, and third, it is to get job in the communication related companies. So just just for your information I have discussed these basic things. Then that's why you have to divide your syllabus into two parts. There are some subjects which are basically related to the basic electronics and another subjects that are related to communication. So here I am discussing just what are the overall communication related subjects in ENTC engineering. So in second year first semester you have to study the analog communication. So in all the communication subject, analog communication, it is the basic subject. Your base of communication, it is there in through the analog communication only, or we can say that analog communication is basic type of the communication system. Then in second year second semester you have to study principles of digital communication. So you have to study the digital communication. So in next lecture we are going to see what is the difference in analog signal and digital signal. So just remember, in analog communication we are transmitting the analog signal, and in digital communication we are transmitting the digital signal. So analog and digital communication, these are the basic subjects related to communication. So in second year you are having the basic subjects in your syllabus. In third year you are having some application based subject. So you are having optical communication and mobile communication. So all of you might be knowing the optical fiber cable. It is used in the telephone network, it is used in the television assembly. So optical fiber is the, we will not discuss all the things at a time because all of you are very new to these particular concepts. As the time will pass, or as you will get familiar with the basic things, one by one we will discuss about the other application related subjects also. So just understand now that optical communication is a communication in which optical fibers are used as a communication media. And then mobile communication. See, there are again two types in the communication: wired communication and wireless communication. So wired communication means in which the wires or coaxial cables are there, then that is called as the wired communication, or simply we can say where the wires are required for transmission of information, that is the wired communication. Then wireless communication means where without the wire we can transmit the signal. For example, our television requires the wire for the communication, that is called as the wired communication, whereas mobile doesn't require any wire, that is called as the wireless communication. So optical communication is wired communication, mobile communication is the wireless communication. So how the signal gets transferred between two mobiles, that is covered in the mobile communication. And in final year you are having the satellite communication subjects. So in that we have to study the basic working principle of satellite, what are the different types of satellite, how the satellite rotates around the earth by maintaining its particular position. All these points we are going to see in the satellite communication. Apart from that, you are having some other subjects, computer communication network or broadband communication. As per the changes in the syllabus, that subjects may be vary, but tentatively these are the subjects that we have to study about the communication. So this is the idea about overall communication related subject in your ENTC engineering. So I hope you are clear with that. And but just for time being, remember that analog communication and digital communication, these are the basic subjects in the communication that you have to study in the second year. Then now if we see the exam scheme of this subject, then it is having end semester exam of 70 marks. So 70 marks are there for the end semester exam, that is going to be your theoretical paper of 70 marks. Then ISE, that is in semester exam, that is of the 30 marks. So ISE is nothing but your combination. So ISE, for it the 30 marks are given. For end semester exam 70 marks are given. Then in semester exam 30 marks are there. In semester exam also there are 3 tests. First it is in semester exam, that is ISC. Along with every ISC we have to give one open book test and one take home test. So total 3 ISCs, 3 open book tests and 3 take home tests will be there in your syllabus or in your semester. Based on their average, your 30 marks of ISC are given. So ESC 70 plus ISC 30, that will be your 100 marks. Then along with that you are having internal continuous assessment. So ICA is nothing but your term work marks. So this subject it is having term work of 25 marks and practical oral examination, that is at the end some external examiner is coming for this practical exam, that is called as practical oral examination, that is of 25 marks. So if you see the total weightage of this subject, it is 150 marks in the curriculum. So comparatively the weightage for this subject it is more. If you see your overall marking scheme or overall your structure of credits, so it is having 150 marks. So out of that, end semester exam, that is theoretical exam, ISC, that is based on your performance, so you can get full marks in your ISC. You can get maximum marks in the internal continuous assessment by showing all the things regularly, and for POE also by performing the practicals properly and proper preparation for the orals, you can get the maximum marks. So, and apart from this exam scheme, just one thing I want to tell, that whatever are the next communication related subjects, that concepts will be properly understood to you when your basic concepts of communication are clear in the second year itself. So it's my humble request to all of you that you have, apart from these lectures or these all the study material notes, apart from this you have some habit to search the things with some curiosity, that what is the concept of communication or what are the different things or different inventions available related to communication. That thing you have to keep on searching, so that your own interest will be created for this particular subject. So that is the thing, or that is the suggestion from my side, because in day-to-day life number of technologies, advanced concepts are emerging in the field of communication, so that things also you have to study. So exam scheme we have discussed. Now we will